Good morning, my name's Chris from Motolegends, sometimes known as the twat in the cap. Now it's not a nickname that I'm particularly happy with, but ever since my mum heard me called that on a Trustpilot review, she refuses to call me anything else. However, we're not here to discuss my mum's insensitivity, we're here to discuss the American heated clothing brand Warm and Safe. Now back in the day, I would never have dreamt of wearing heated clothing. Somehow I think I would have felt that it wasn't playing the game, that it was somehow not cricket. But these days, I absolutely hate getting cold on the bike. I ride a bike because I enjoy the experience, and I find it no fun riding along freezing cold. Now, historically, the way we've kept warm on the bike is to have some kind of insulating layer. So, many of the jackets that one buys come with a jacket like this. Not particularly high quality. It has what we call hollow fibres inside it that trap the air in. It will keep you warm to a certain extent. A layer up might be a merino wool top. One up from there is something like this, which is a soft shell based fleece with something like Outlast in it. If you're really cold, you might wear something like this. This comes from Rucker, it's their X-Down liner. It's 90% duck down, it's incredibly warm. But the problem with any insulation-based solution is that all it's doing is keeping the body's heat inside the jacket. If you're riding in low enough temperatures, if you're riding for long enough, and if you're riding fast enough, the wind chill effect is going to cool the body and that heat is going to dissipate. So ultimately, any of these insulation-based solutions is going to find a point where it's no longer effective. So obviously we could have taken on any of the heated clothing brands. We could have gone for something like Gerbing, XO2 or Keys. But we have a number of hardcore clients who commute all through the winter, and they recommended that we take on the American brand Warm and Safe. They reckoned that it was more technical, more reliable, generated more heat and was more comfortable to wear. And I have to say that in the 18 months that we've been dealing with the American brand, we've pretty much come to the same conclusion. The main jacket in the range is this, called the Generation 4, comes in a gents and a ladies version. I'm 5'9" and I'm wearing a medium size. What we like about it is that it fits very close and tight to the body. And in this, it's aided by the fact that it's got stretch panels up the side. And this is important because what it means is that you do not have to buy a jacket that's larger than the one that you would like to ride in. The problem with some of the other solutions, which are based on a soft shell jacket, heating elements in a soft shell jacket, is that you end up with a larger jacket. Now, that's fine in the winter, but when it comes to summer and you want to take your heated layer out, you end up with a jacket that is just too big for you. So much as we love the Generation 4 jacket, as I've said, it fits snugly and will go under any jacket quite easily. Earlier this year, Warm and Safe came out with another product, which is in essence a heated base layer. In fact, Sarah's modelling one here, comes for men and for women, but it fits even more tightly. Technically, it generates a little bit less heat. This jacket generates 90 watts of heat. This jacket generates 70 watts of heat. But whereas you might have something underneath this, normally that would be next to the skin or over a very thin base layer. So the 70 watts of heat in this jacket, people are telling us, actually feels warmer than the 90 watts of heat in this jacket. I suppose the big difference, however, is if you want to go somewhere and then when you arrive at your destination, you want to take the jacket off, leave it on the bike, this is the best solution. If you're dressing to spend all day on the bike, then this maybe is the way to go. In terms of the heating, you've got elements in the upper back, in the lower back, goes down quite low, so if you get a cold bum, that's quite nice as well. Lovely feature is you've got a heated element in the neck. You've got heating elements run down each arm, one across the upper chest and one across the tummy. Sarah, you've been wearing this now 9 months. What do you think of it?
I love it. It's just changed everything. I've spent 20 years cold on a bike, and all you do when you get cold is you try and put another layer on, and you end up with 17 layers and you can hardly move. This is just gorgeous. I just go out with one jacket on the top. I feel warm and toasty all the time.
Oh my days. So this is my bike, and I've come outside to talk about how the system works and basically how I wear it. One of the things that I didn't discuss inside was gloves, heated gloves, and there is from Warm and Safe a fantastic heated glove solution. Now, if as a biker you're happy with your thick thermal gloves, maybe you've got a battery operated glove, maybe you've got heated grips, you've got handlebar protectors like I have. If you're warm enough in those, then fine. But I hate getting cold hands almost as much as I hate getting a cold body. And this solution from Warm and Safe is amazing. Basically, it's a silk heated liner. You put it on like any silk glove, you then take the wire out of the sleeve, plug it in, and you've got a fully heated glove. Nothing is as warm as these, because what you've got is heating elements that run up and down between the fingers. And the reason your hands get cold on a bike is that normally when you're riding, there's an enormous amount of surface area of skin here exposed to the elements. So when you're wearing these are heating your hands, your fingers in the area where you need the heat. But what I particularly like about this is it means I can wear my favorite gloves. In my case, that's a set of Viriums. I don't want to wear a glove that comes from a Gerbing, an IXO, and one of those guys. I figure they know a little bit about heating. They don't know a lot about gloves. So I like this because A, it means I can have warm hands, but B, it means I can wear my favorite gloves. Now, I don't commute, I don't go out in the very coldest temperatures, so I don't have a winter rucker or Halvarsen suit. When I go out, I tend to wear something like this. This is my old favorite, my Belstaff Mojave. I've taken the thermal liner out. But when I put this on, if I've got my Warm and Safe underneath, there are no conditions in which I'm prepared to ride that this won't keep me warm. In terms of using the system, it's very simple. In the summer, the spring, the early autumn, when I don't need the heat, I'm just wearing this layer as a windproof layer because it's faced with windstopper. On days where it's a little bit colder, I simply take the lead out of my pocket and I plug it in. What's also nice about the Warm and Safe system is that it's not wire connected. It's connected via Bluetooth. So what you end up getting is a controller like this. They call it a heat troller. You either have a single heat troller or you have a double heat troller like this. If you're just wearing the jacket, you'll have a single. If you want to have the jacket and the gloves, because you will need to control the temperature separately, you'll get one of these. So it's connected to the jacket, to the controller in the pocket. What I do, I put it on the front of the bike. I'm connected, and then as I'm riding along, it means that I can adjust the heat upwards or downwards on either the glove or the jacket as I see fit. To me, this is the perfect heated system. So as I've suggested, I'm a fairly recent convert to the religion of heated clothing. But I've certainly reached a situation where I simply won't leave home on the bike without my Generation 4 jacket. It's transformed my riding. In terms of cost, I'm sure Warm and Safe is not the cheapest on the market, but as we shoot this video in November 2019, we're looking at a price of £230 for this jacket, about £170 for the base layer that Sarah was wearing, gloves are £90. The controllers, if you take the dual controller, this one, so you can operate the gloves and the jacket separately, you're in for £135. If you want the single controller, you're in for £100. For me, this is not just about feeling toasty on the bike. It's about being comfortable and safe on the bike. Because there's a school of thought that says that if you're shivering, if your teeth are chattering, you're not concentrating on the road. What we want is a situation where you can give all of your thought, all of your concentration to the road itself to stay safe. And that's why I think heated gear really is the way forward for riding in the winter. In terms of more information, visit the website www.motolegends.com, where you can read much more about the various technical aspects of this, all the connectors and the leads that are available. I hope you found this video interesting. I look forward to talking to you again soon. This is Chris, the twat in the cap, and Mum, I'll be home at 5.